Dead at 25. So recently, the Angus Cloud character from Euphoria, also known as Fez, died. This death is extremely scripted. In this video, I will be revealing his other characters and the numerology scripting of this ritual. So the first number that we're going to be dissecting is the number 25. The numerology of 25 is 7. He died at 25, that's 7. And then we see that his birthday is in the 7th month. He was born July 10th, that's the 7th month. And then he dies at the end of the 7th month, which was July 31st. His death and his birthday was exactly 3 weeks apart, which is 21 days. And that's the numerology of 3. He quote unquote died in California. California equals 52 in the reduction cipher, which is 25 in reverse. He dies at 25. Then we see his birthday is 7/10/98. The numerology of 7/10/98 is 25. His first name is actually Connor, and Connor equals 25 in reverse reduction cipher. 25 is a number heavily associated with death fakers. Tupac died at 25 years old. Aaliyah died August 25th, and she's a 201 death faker, and I will be showing you guys how this Angus Cloud character is connected to 201 also. Another number associated with this character's death is 99. In my recent video, I talked about 99s, and I recommend you guys go check out that video. It's a video about YNW Melly and other death fakers, and I talked about a numerous amount of numbers that are connected to death fakers. Angus Cloud is connected to August. He dies right before August. He dies July 31st, which is right before August. August and Angus both equal 99 in the reverse caps added cipher. 99 is a number connected to all death fakers, Elvis, Queen Elizabeth. The list goes on of how many death fakers are connected to the number 99. 99 or 9 or 999 is all associated with the end or completion, meaning the character did what they had to do and they're finna wipe that character off the stage. Angus Cloud's full name, Connor Angus Cloud Hickey, which sounds like a fake name, equals 99 in the reduction cipher. So connected with 99s. His name Angus alone equals 99. On Wikipedia, it says that Cloud also appeared in music videos by Noah Cyrus and Juice WRLD and many others like Becky G and Carol G. But Juice WRLD is the main one that stands out here. Juice WRLD whole thing was 999 and he's a death faker. The 31st and first ritual. Angus dies right before August, similar to Jackie O, who died in May 31st, but everything rolled over to June 1st. And then we see Takeoff, who had this whole event going on October 31st, but dies November 1st. There's a lot of rituals like this, and that's because there's a certain veil, a certain type of energy, force field going on, vortex, something going on when it's the last day of the month to the first day of the month. This is a reoccurring thing happening with so many death fakers. August and Angus is connected. The abbreviation of August is AUG, A-U-G. His stage name / middle name is Angus, which has AUG in it. August and Angus, like I just showed you guys, has the same gematria of 99, the end. That's why they killed so many characters in August. We've seen that the Aaliyah character died August 25th. Another number is the number 55. According to this character's mother and other sources, this character died at 11:30 a.m. Ironically, that equals 55. The abbreviation of August equals 55 also in the same cipher, and New World Order equals 55. They're calling it a possible OD. Possible OD equals 55. He dies in Oakland, California. Oakland, CA equals 55 in the reverse reduction cipher. He dies on Monday, which is Moon Day. This is a Moon Day ritual. This is similar to the Moonbin character. I have an entire breakdown on the Moonbin character on my website. You guys can go check that out. Moonbin was this K-pop artist that died, and I think it was on a Monday if I'm not mistaken, but no matter what, it's connected to the moon. So we see that the Cloud character dies July 31st. This is all associated with the moon. We've seen that at a certain time on the 31st, the moon was in a waxing gibbous moon. Then it transitioned into a full moon for August, because August 1st is a full moon. Waxing gibbous and full moon both connect to this character. Waxing gibbous matches to Jesuit order and Angus Cloud with 153 and 72. Full moon matches to Angus Cloud with 36. And then Moon Day, matches to Angus Cloud with 855. We see the 55 connected. I just showed you guys the 55s. Angus Cloud played Fez in Euphoria. And in Euphoria, the Fez character was supposed to be killed off in season 1. So right here it says, Euphoria actor Angus Cloud reveals that his character Fez was originally meant to die in season 1. This is all foreshadowing predictive programming. We see that season 2, episode 8, the finale, his brother in the show Ashtray dies, and I don't know the full context of the entire scene, but just know that the Angus Cloud character was involved in this whole death scene. And that's a huge connection between this character being a death figure. It's all foreshadowing. Angus Cloud comes from Sam Smith, Mac Miller, and George Michael. 5 months ago, I made a video about Sam Smith, and I revealed that he was George Michael and Mac Miller. And I exposed 2 of the characters' deaths. Now we see that there's a 3rd character dead in here. Here's a side-by-side of Mac Miller and Angus. They've admitted in plain sight that they were the same. A lot of people can see this one. It's in plain sight. Their death is completely scripted to each other. They were even considering for Angus to play him in a biofilm. And of course they didn't do it. They never do it. They never get their actual other character to play them in a film. Here's a side-by-side of Sam Smith and Angus. Here's a side-by-side of Mac Miller and Angus. This is Sam Smith and the Cloud character, and they look a lot alike. And this side-by-side of them looks identical. The Cloud character died July 31st. Ironic. Sam Smith is 31 right now. One of their base characters, who is George Michael, he died December 25th and was born June 25th. So his death date and his birth date both have 25. Well, that's crazy because his other character, Angus Cloud, dies at 25. George Michael died December 25th. That's Christmas. And one of his most popular songs is Last Christmas. So in 2016, that was literally his last Christmas. He's admitted in plain sight, foreshadowing that he's going to die and it's going to be his last Christmas, and it may be in the future, whatever. And it ended up being in the future because this song came out in the 80s. That Mac Miller died Studio City, California. And we see that his other character, Angus Cloud, dies Oakland, California. Both died in California. Another connection between these 2 characters' death is that Mac Miller was pronounced dead at 11:51 a.m. and Angus Cloud was pronounced dead at 11:30 a.m. Do you guys see the connection? Both at 11 a.m., one at 11:51, one at 11:30. Come on, this is so connected. So we see that the Mac Miller character died of a OD, and then now his other character dies of OD in California at 11 a.m., one at 11:51, one at 11:30. Come on, all these connections between their death, all these details parallel to each other. He died September 7th, 2018. September 7th is the day that Tupac got shot, and I showed you guys how Tupac was connected to this Angus Cloud character's death. Tupac died at 25. Angus Cloud dies at 25. Aaliyah dies on the 25th. 25s are associated with death fakers. He was shot September 7th. Oh, and look, Eazy-E was born September 7th, and he's a death faker. So September 7th, just how they do these June 18th things. September 7th is a day connected to death fakers. So Mac Miller dated Ariana Grande. I made a video a year ago about Ariana Grande and Audrey Hepburn being the same. They're identical. An additional character that I noticed nearly a year ago, back in 2022, I noticed that Alexa Demie looked a lot like Ariana Grande, and here's a side-by-side I made. And she's doing the horns in this photo, and you can kind of see it. And they look identical to each other. I never got around to making a part 2, so here is the part 2 connections that I didn't get to share with you guys. And she has a song called 7 Rings, 7 Rings. And I just showed you guys how Angus Cloud died at 25. The numerology 25 is 7. He died in the 7th month, and he's born in the 7th month. The song starts with her saying breakfast at Tiffany's. All right. So we see that Audrey Hepburn is known for this film from 1961 called Breakfast at Tiffany's. And this film just so happens to be an hour and 55 minutes long. I showed you guys how this number 55 was so associated with death, especially this Angus Cloud character's death. Ariana Grande dated Mac Miller and he died. And we see that Audrey Hepburn is a death faker herself. Another Tiffany's connection is that in Euphoria season 2, episode 4, Maddie, who's played by Alexa Demie, her boyfriend, ex, whoever it was on the show, he gives her a necklace that is from Tiffany. So we see that all 3 of these characters, who are the exact same, are all connected to this one brand, Tiffany, and that is a clue between all 3 of these characters. Before I move on, a connection between these 3 characters is their names. Alexa Demie starts with an A, Ariana Grande starts with an A, Audrey Hepburn starts with an A. When I first made this video on Audrey Hepburn and Ariana Grande, someone had comments saying that Robbie is Kat's love interest on the show. The show that they're referring to is Victorious. Kat is played by Ariana Grande, and a guy in that show named Robbie liked her. Audrey had a boyfriend named Robert, and we know that the nickname for Robert is Robbie. So all of these little tiny connections, all these little details. And here we go, they're making the storyline, doing foreshadowing. Before Angus Cloud died, his dad died, and so they're making the storyline. Oh, his dad died, he's depressed, let him do drugs, and then kill the character off. It's a whole storyline. The Sinead O'Connor character recently, quote unquote, died. She died July 26. A connection between Sinead O'Connor and Angus Cloud is the fact that her name has Connor in it. His first name is actually Connor. It's all these little connections. His last post was a joint post with this company. They always do these shout outs before they die. It was a company promoting grills, and the caption equals 201. Aaliyah is a 201 death faker. 2001 she died. August 25th he dies at 25. His last captions connected to 201. Jezebel order is 201. Multiple other terms are 201. I recommend you guys go check out my previous video that I recently did. I did a lot of gematria connections showing you guys how 201 is connected to death fakers. So we see that this character dies promoting someone else. Takeoff did that. PNB Rock did that. The list goes on where these death fakers, they're promoting something else before they die. So thank you guys so much for watching. There's so much scripting with this death. They're killing off these characters. It's like they're trying to clean house, kill off as many characters as possible, probably trying to bring through some new characters, a new era of characters. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate you all. Thank you.